You can measure the economy all you want based on economic growth or production output, but if you really want to see how a country is doing, you look at how the women are doing. According to a new report by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, Canada has a shockingly high rate of women's poverty. And I know this when I talked that about this with my boyfriend. He said that, well, what about men? Poor men. There are a lot of poor men. But I think one of the significant of stating about the women's poverty is that single women make up about majority of the minimum wage work. In fact, women make up 60% of the minimum wage work. And I think it's interesting to state that about 30% of women work in part-time job, and a lot of the causes that they can't find any full-time work. So obviously, a lot of people from different section of the society are living paycheck to paycheck, and no matter how much the economy is growing and how many jobs it has, low paying jobs are still not gonna really solve the societal problem. Think about a single woman raising kids and like how many kids will have, will grow up with a mom who's always busy working. Like it will create a lot of social problems and people's and there's also a person who commented on my video that blamed poor people for having too many kids. Excuse me, well, Canada needs a lot of kids. If you look at the trend of the demographic in 2031, about half of the country would be people who are over 45 or something like that. So we definitely need kids unless we want to bomb out a country and take their talented immigrant and force them to work here. We definitely need a lot of kids. And that means, we need socialism is probably the face of the future. We need a lot of childcare spaces. We need good jobs for everyone. And if we don't find a way to solve these problems, no matter how much economic growth this country will have, it will turn out to be a complete disaster, full of poverty, full of people on the street, full of criminals, full of juveniles, and full of dying seniors who can't get health care anymore. So think about it. Think about all the women, single women seniors and the seniors of all gender that how are they going to live, with little pension? What is the future going to look like? Socialism is something that we need to think about. I'm not saying that we should reject capitalism, but I think definitely a stronger government is needed, and we don't need any more corporate tax cuts. The road Harper and the liberals are leading us is not going to be giving us any hope into the future for Canada.